All right, people, here we are back again. Bobby After Dark. Hope everyone's doing well, having success, and winning in life, first and foremost. So, bless up to everyone that's going to watch this on playback, or maybe someone will join live. We'll see. Who knows? Um, Doing the Smackdown is on in the background. Should probably lower that volume a little bit. Kevin Owens just showed up at Sami Zayn's house. Creepy segment where he was filming him, Sami Zayn, spending time with his family. That was actually hilarious. That's old school attitude era shit. I love that. And The Rock also came back tonight. SmackDown was in New Orleans. He called out Cody Rhodes, told him he wanted to take his soul, not his belt. The Rock is going full heel, and he might even be going Undertaker, Wyatt family, like horror heel. Interesting, very interesting. But The Rock, what people don't know about The Rock is, or a lot of wrestling fans do know, but what the casual observer doesn't realize is, The Rock is like a board member. He's one of the owners of a company called TKO, which owns a lot of combat sport stuff. So The Rock, of in effect, owns WWE with other people. So he's really the boss now that the McMahons are kind of not around anymore. Um, Even though Stephanie says she's not involved, Stephanie's involved. I know. I could tell you for a fact Stephanie's still around. Uh, but The Rock owns the holding company that owns WWE. Now TNA is involved. There's some UFC, parts of UFC as well. So a lot of the combat sport industry. And The Rock is a board member, so he's really Cody Rhodes' boss. He is the final boss. So that's why that's a good heel name for him. So The Rock had a good segment. He came back. He changed his theme song too, which was very interesting. Didn't get that big of a pop because I think that people are starting to wake up to the fact that this is more of a business thing than a pure wrestling thing, because The Rock is so huge now that it's just. And I hope he doesn't go down this road where it's all about money. But who's coming out right now? Damian Priest, Strowman. Yeah, so Damian Priest came out, one of my favorite wrestlers, and Strowman. They're going to fight Fatu and Solo Sikoa. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. This match was going to be good. The women's, there was Tiffany Stratton fought Candice LeRae earlier tonight. So many miscues in that match. One of the worst matches I've seen in a long time from two. Like Charlotte was there. She came to do Charlotte Flair. She came to do commentary. Kind of boring. Nia Jax try to do her annihilator and interfere. Botch that. I know people they hate that word botch, but it was just, there was just no crowd energy at all during that match. It was terrible. It was, let's call it what it is. It was an awful match. And all four of those wrestlers are good wrestlers. It was an off night. It was really bad, really bad. So we got that. Let's see what we're going to talk about tonight. There's no Bill Maher, so we can go live a little bit earlier. So yeah, looking forward to. Yeah, I'm going to get distracted by this match. I'm sorry. So there's no Bill Maher. There's no real time tonight. He's off this week. So this episode will be a little shorter. There's no reaction. Let's talk about the Nations League. That's why I'm wearing the Rangers shirt, the Central Park hockey gear. Newark Rangers. You can see the crest. Yeah, you can see it now. Let's talk about what happened in the Nation League. Oh, not the Nations League. Excuse me. That's football. That's global football, proper football, not NFL. We're going to talk about that later too, and the NBA, because a lot of people have been shitting on the NBA. See, but we've been talking about this on on this channel for quite a while. Um, the four nations face off. That's what I meant to say. So now everyone's swept up. Everyone's saying, "I'm a hockey fan now." Oh, look at these two games. I'm officially into hockey. So now that it's in vogue and trendy on Twitter to say that you like hockey, everyone is jumping on board. People, there's been some funny videos of people that saying, uh, I wish I could show one. Could I could probably play this. I might get done for copyright though. Maybe I won't. But we're gonna. I won't play it. I don't think I can play it. But there's a video of someone. She definitely sounds so. It's a woman from. It's an African American woman from. I would say I'm gonna guess Georgia. Detecting the accent, or Louisiana, one of those two states. And she's like, "I'm a hockey fan now. I wish I could play hockey. There's certain people I know that I wish I could play hockey with." Basically implying that she wants to check them, or like even drop the gloves and get into a tilt with them. Yeah, that was funny. There's a good video. That's good internet. She was hilarious. Um, so now that hockey is trendy and fashionable now, everyone everyone is saying, "I'm gonna start watching the NHL. I'm into hockey now." No, you're not. Bullshit. I'm calling you out right now. Bullshit. Where were you this entire time? I've been saying this shit for 15 years. Now you're gonna get on board because of two games? And a game that we lost, by the way. Again. How many times are we gonna beat Canada in the early stages of the tournament, in the round robin or the group stage or the prelim rounds, whatever you want to call it? And when we get to the title or the knockout rounds, they always beat us. Every fucking time. Except the World Juniors. The World Juniors, we were back to back gold medal. That's what I'm talking about. So in the youth system, America's we're lifting trophies. We're winning titles. The best on best with the NHL players, we haven't won since 1996. Deep that. Deep that. We haven't won a best on best gold medal since, or a or trophy or a championship, however you want to qualify it, since 1996. Since the World Cup of Hockey in 1996, we haven't won. What are we doing here? What are we doing? But shout out the ladies team. They landed. They landed. We won the gold medal in 2018, and then we got done by Canada. We got done by Canada multiple times. It's always Canada. And I actually love the country of Canada. I don't get this because I guess there's like politically charged issues now, and people with like we're not going to talk about this on this channel, where there's like the tariffs, the annexation, 51st state, all this banter. And while it's fun to talk shit online, I don't think any of that is really going to happen. Then in 2010, it was Sidney Crosby. And in 2025, it was Connor McDavid. 87-97. OT winner early in the first overtime, both times. Austin Matthews. Fuck it. Let's go through the USA roster, and I'm gonna tell you these guys. So, but to land my point about just like hockey being fashionable and trendy, now that the NBA All-Star Game was complete dog shit, and even the most ardent NBA fan will say no one cares about that game anymore. So it was cool that the NHL had the spotlight and was the most, even though Speed Weeks was good, the Daytona 500 weekend was pretty entertaining. But only if you watch. The thing about NASCAR that's different from Formula One, NASCAR is only, I've talked about this before. The playoff system. Auto racing shouldn't be like that. Auto racing should be like football, where you where there's a point system, and the team and the driver with the most points at the end of the year wins the title. There shouldn't be a playoffs in auto racing. There shouldn't be segments where the race is artificially stopped for segments. Just 500-mile race, 1 through 43 get this amount of points. The driver and the team with the most points at the end of the year wins. Like Formula 1, just like Formula 1 does it. But now, no, there has to be a playoff. There has to be all. Yeah, I'm not going to get into that. That's a whole nother episode. So where was I? So the NBA got absolutely dummied by the NHL this weekend, and which is good to see. It's finally good to see that. I've been saying it for almost my whole entire adult life, and yeah, man, it was entertaining. It was good, and what matters the most is the players cared. That's what matters the most. The players don't care, and they try to change the format to actually copy the NHL format, where there's segmented teams and it's like it's like a mini tournament. They copied the NHL did that first, actually, but the NHL All Star Weekend also sucks. Let's have it right. I'm not saying that I if that was happening this weekend, I wouldn't watch it at all. But because it was Canada USA, that's what got people involved. Anything like national pride gets people involved. It was an artificial tournament, so let's have that right too. Like it was manufactured. It's not the Olympics. It's not a World Cup of hockey. It's none of that. It was a manufactured, created tournament, and Russia's not in it. If Russia was in it, I think based on what I saw from the two teams, from Canada and USA, from all and Finland and Sweden, I think Russia would have won. Russia, if you let Russia into this tournament with their full squad, they're winning this tournament. Hands down. But obviously, like, politics got into it, like the Canadian US relationship, and then Russia was obviously left out for political reasons too, which I don't like. But I'm not going to get into it. This is not the channel for that. Let's just talk about the sporting aspect of it. So the sporting aspect of it, let's pull up the players. Let's call them out. Because I think that the coach for USA, Mike Sullivan, and John Tortorella, shout out Torts every time. That guy needs to retire. That guy looks like he's going to have an aneurysm. His heart is going to stop at some point when he's on the bench. Constantly angry, constantly yelling. How has he made it this far? He's by the end of this season, because he's the coach of the Philadelphia Flyers as well. By the end of the season, his hair is going to be all white and his beard is going to be all white because that man is stressomania for him. Let's see what Solo's doing here. Yeah, Solo. Shout out Charles Robinson as the referee. Charles Robinson is refereeing this game. Not game, match. Charles Robinson's been reffing for 30 years. One of the best refs ever. Most iconic. All right, so back to the Four Nations face-off. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of losing to Canada in the title game, beating them early in the tournament, and facing them again in the final and losing. It happens every time. This is the third time it's happened. I can't stand it. And let's go through the players. Let's just pull up the roster and see how these guys did. Because there was a lot. The two Rangers players, disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Chris Kreider, awful. He stinks now. The Chris Kreider's done, I think. Adam Fox, massively overrated in big games. The guy doesn't show up in the playoffs. Chris Gardner 2 years ago scored 53 goals. What's happened to him? Adam Fox won the Norris Trophy. What's happened to him? At least Kreider, to his credit, shows up in the playoffs. He's clutch. Adam Fox, like, what are we doing? Zibanejad, the only game Sweden won is when Mika Zibanejad was scratched for the game. That's the only game Sweden won. And he's the Rangers' number one center. What are we doing here? What are we doing? We're a shambles. We're an embarrassing organization. Fuck you, MSG Corporation. We'll get into that a little bit later. Let's see. Let's pull up the roster because these people were pissing me off. Yeah, USA roster. God damn it. I don't like it. So, yeah, why does he always keep falling down? So, sorry, I'm getting distracted by Smackdown. Too. Damian Priest. Oh. All right, we're trying to. Yeah, that's what I was going to do. 4 nations face-off roster. That's what I want. Hellebuck was good. Connor Hellebuck was really good. No soft goals allowed in the entire tournament, actually. Could do nothing about the McDavid goal. How is McDavid wide open in the slot and right in the middle by himself? Best player in the world. Brock Faber, very good. Good young player. Adam Fox, we know about him. I'm done with Adam Fox. I'm done. I would trade him. Actually, I'll say it right now. I would trade. I'm done with Adam Fox. For 3 straight years, he's disappeared in the playoffs, and then in the Nation League, he ghosted him. I keep saying Nations League. I got the football brain. In the 4 Nations face-off, he ghosted again. Nah, done with him. Hannafin, good tournament. McAvoy, it's a shame he got hurt because he was playing well. Sanderson is good. Jacob Slavin, probably the best defensive D-man, the best defender, actual defender in the NHL. Real talk. At actual defending, that guy was immense. He was a titan at the back. His offense is lacking, but you want your defenders to defend. That man was good. Werenski was really good. Good offensive catalyst. Boldy was good. Connor was good. Eichel. Let's talk about Jack Eichel. The transformation of Jack Eichel from being an offensive force, which he's been since he came into the league, since he was at BU, to be honest, in college. Oh, South of Heaven by Damian Priest. That's it. Charles Robinson. There we go. 3 count. Priest and Stroman beat Fatu and Sokoa. Charles Robinson, also one of the few lefty referees who counts with his left hand. Uh-oh. Yeah, so where was I? Oh, Jack Eichel. Jack Eichel was really good in this tournament. Defensively, I was impressed with him so much, making so many of the little plays along the boards in the neutral zone. Really good defensive performance by Jack Eichel. Extremely good. Kind of wanted a little more from him creating chances, but I can't knock him. He had a good tournament. And it's the same thing with Matthews. Matthews, aside from that last play when he lost McDavid in the middle, Matthews was good defensively. Now, what I want from Matthews more, you got to finish one of those three chances. Matthews absolutely blew the game. Let's call it. He had two grade A chances wide open in the middle, and he missed both of them. Binnington made a good save on Brady Tkachuk, who to me was the best player in the entire tournament. I don't care if that Canada won. The best player overall in the tournament was Brady Tkachuk, start to finish. Matthews. I'm looking at you, Connor Matthews. Or Connor Matthews. Fuck me. Austin Matthews. Stone Cold Steve Austin Matthews. Austin Powers. I'm looking at you, yeah? You got to score on one of those three chances. We should have won that game in the first 2 minutes of overtime. Jake Snake Gensel put it on a plate for him, shot it right into the goalie. Binnington didn't make a good save on Tkachuk. That was just a good save. Tkachuk could have raised the puck a little bit higher, just like McDavid did. McDavid gets the puck in the middle, top corner, done, upper 90, over, championship, trophy lifted. Couldn't finish. We had four good chances to put that game away in the first 3 minutes, which is good though. Like, it was great hockey. It was wide open in overtime, wide open. And then the first game was more of a defensive masterclass by USA. You got the three fights, which is what got everyone all horned up about hockey. They're like, "Oh, I'm a hockey fan now." Everyone loves fighting. They love it. You can't deny it. You can't deny the entertainment value that the first 10 seconds of that Saturday night game. But what does it amount to? That's my problem. What does it amount to? It amounts to nothing, because we go home trophyless, empty-handed. Again. The USA best on best team hasn't won shit for 30 years. Sounds a lot like the Rangers, huh? Sounds a lot like the Knicks. Even though the Knicks are probably like twice as long. 50 years, bro. 50 years with no trophy. But it's the New York Brunsons, so everyone's cool with it. I can't fucking stand this shit. So we got Kreider, Matthew and Brady Tkachuk, both excellent. Trocheck, he's a specialist. He's a face-off specialist. He didn't do jack shit otherwise. Brock Nelson stinks. He's an Islander though, so that makes sense. JT Miller had a good tournament, but I don't know what it is with him in the locker room. He said he got mad at the Tkachuk brothers for talking about the USA team group chat on Elliot Friedman's podcast. Yeah, so they shouldn't have revealed what people were saying privately in a group chat on the second biggest hockey podcast in the world behind Spin Chicklets. Maybe you shouldn't have said that. But I thought that was interesting. Yeah, I want Brady Tkachuk on the Rangers. That's what I want. That's what I took away from this tournament. Yeah, then you have Matthews. We spoke about him. Jack Hughes. Fuck me. Where the fuck was Jack Hughes? I don't want to hear Jack Hughes hype ever again. This is the last player we'll speak about. All right, we could turn this shit off now. Where the fuck was Jack Hughes? I never want to hear Jack Hughes hype again. He was dog shit, dude. He was the worst forward on the entire team. And Chris Kreider was on the team. Think about that. That's all I need to say. He was the worst forward on the entire team. Guy has a little bit of there's no minerals or grapefruits or clutch about Jack Hughes. He doesn't have it. And that's scary for Devils fans, because if that guy is your main number one star, You ain't. I'll say it right now. There's no chance the New Jersey Devils will ever win a Stanley Cup if Jack Hughes is your best player. It's not gonna happen. It won't happen. I if I would rather trade for Sidney Crosby right now. I'll take 37-year-old Sidney Crosby with the last 3 years on his contract over, I think Jack Hughes is probably like 24, 25, over Jack Hughes on an 8-year contract. I'll take the next 3 years of Sidney Crosby right now over the next 8 years of Jack Hughes. Yep. Yep. Easily. It's a no-brainer. Guy doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. He shrinks. When the bigger the moment, the worse he gets. Whereas Sidney Crosby is the opposite. Connor McDavid is the opposite. The bigger the moment, the better they get. I'm done with the Hughes. I'm done. Quinn Hughes might be the best Hughes, and I wanted them. And the people that know, they were asking me in 2018. I was in Baltimore, Maryland during the NHL draft. They're like, people were texting me, "Who do you want me? Who do you want me? Who do you want to draft?" I want Quinn Hughes. We picked Vitaly Kravtsov instead, who also just fled back to Russia. He was another bust, along with Elias Anderson. At least we turned him into Will Cooley. That's a good trade by Drury. No, was that Gordon? That was Jeff Gordon, actually. So respect to Jeff Gordon for that. I was there. I was in Baltimore. I was the wire settings, you know what I'm saying? I want Quinn Hughes. Now Quinn Hughes is, outside of Makar, Quinn Hughes is the best defenseman in the NHL. Not because he's the greatest defender, because he's not. He does have his imperfections. But his offense is so ridiculous that it makes up for his defensive. He does have some holes in his game defensively, for sure. But his offense is world class. It's the same thing with Makar. It's nothing the NHL has ever seen since we're talking Bobby Orr and Paul Coffey. Like, it's not even crazy to invoke those names when talking about those two defensemen. So I think Hughes is the best Hughes. I think Quinn is the best Hughes brother. There's 3 of them. There's Luke on the Devils, Quinn on Vancouver, and Jack also on the Devils. Quinn Hughes is the best Hughes brother. I don't want to hear Jack Hughes praise ever again. That guy has nothing, has no grapefruits about him. He has no balls. The marbles. Major League, if you know, Major League 2, if you know, Serrano. He has no marbles. And we need more Kachucks in the game because they're good for the game. Now, overall for ice hockey, the tournament was good because it became an entertaining spectacle. But I almost rather the NHL stay, even though I've checked out this year. Obviously, everyone knows I'm done with Dolan and I'm done with MSG Corporation. I can't stand them. And we'll talk about the shadow ban later because we got more. Oh yeah, they know who I am. So where was I going with that? The original point was, I'm done with any kind of hype surrounding players that don't deserve it. And because Jack Hughes is like people see him as like an X Games guy. He's like the cool, fashionable player is what I was alluding to before, where it doesn't matter for the Devils. If you're Devils management and ownership, you don't really care if you win. Having Jack Hughes and Luke Hughes on the team makes you marketable so that you can sell sponsorships, you can commercialize the team, you can monetize content. Having Jack Hughes does that for you, so they don't give a fuck. They're like, we have a cash cow, we have a golden boy on our team, just like Arsenal with Saka. It's the same thing, just like the Rangers with Panarin, just like the Knicks with Brunson. It's all about that. Doesn't matter. No trophies. Don't need to make trophies. You're just going to make a shitload of money. And that's what I hate. That's what I hate about sports today. And I'm sick and tired of losing title games. We were the better team. I'm sick of this, of winning the game early in the tournament, but in the elimination knockout stage or title game, losing. Every fucking time. Every fucking time. I've had enough of it, dude. We need, and people are like, oh, we'll get revenge in the Olympics. Oh, don't worry about it. You're being negative. I'm not being fucking negative. I'm being real. We're not going to win the gold medal in the Olympics. You could, this is the receipt right now. I'm going to pull this up in a year from now in Milan in the Olympics. When we do, watch, we're going to play Canada again in the round robin. We'll beat them. Everyone will go crazy saying they're hockey fans now. And then when we get to the gold medal, the medal rounds, they'll beat us again. That'll be the 5th time in a row that it's happened. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Because they're still gonna have they're gonna be better because they're gonna have Connor Bedard inserted into the lineup with another year under his belt, with another year and a half under his belt. Actually, that guy's better than every American player outside of, I would say, the Kachucks. He's better than Matthews because Matthews has one playoff round win. He's 0-7 in game 7s or title games. Even when he was, I think, even when he was in the World Juniors, he lost too. 0-7, in game 7s or the game where the trophy was on the line. And he's the captain of USA, missing 3 chances in overtime. 3 chances to win the game. Not 1, 3. Fuck me, dude. I can't stand this. But luckily, this was the only solace I'll take is if this happened in the Olympics or the World Cup of Hockey, which is coming back, I would be absolutely livid. But this was kind of like a inaugural tournament. It was new. It still hurts, man. It's still the first time there was the best NHL players from those 4 nations against each other in 9 years. And we lost again, the same fashion. God damn. All right, so let's move on. The Rock and Cody Rhodes, we talked about that. Let's talk about the shadow ban. Bobby, they know. I'm going to show you this right now. Yeah, check this out. Yeah, I don't know if you can see this. Can you see this? Hold on. Yeah, can you see? I don't know if you can see that. Damn, it might be too bright. Fuck. Let's see if I lower the brightness. Can you see that? No, god damn, it's the home screen. For fuck's sake. Yeah, can you see this? Yeah, that's better. Why does it keep turning? God damn. All right. Yeah, that's better. I don't know if you can see that, but you can see my comment there. Yeah. 137 comments. There's me, Bobby ATV. There's my comment. I'll just read it up. So the problem, we're talking about private equity firms owning American, or American owners owning foreign teams all over the globe, um, soccer teams, since it's the biggest sport now. Yeah, what is happening? See, I'm never prepared, people. I'm never prepared. I'm not good with technology. And these glasses keep falling off. So I'll read it off. I'll just read it. I wrote, yeah, this is crazy. All right, I got this. Yeah, there we go. All right. So there it is. There's the comment if you can see it. So I commented on yeah, you can't, the cameras, this, the reflection is too bad. So essentially I commented on, but I want to show the proof because we land the truth. I want to show you. So I commented on a video about Talksport. So Talksport is basically like the call-in radio show in England where they talk about football or other sports, cricket, boxing, whatever. It's basically like the ESPN radio of in England. And I commented because they were talking about private equity ownership, and Simon Jordan and Jim White, who are the hosts of this show, are in the pocket of all the American private equity owners that are trying to take over football. And if they get if there's four more owners that are in the Premier League, they're going to get to make all the rules because they'll have they'll have like majority voting rights. So if they want to change any rule or anything about English top tier football, they're going to be able to do it. And it's all hedge funds, it's all private equity firms, it's all multi-billionaires. With the Clear Lake Capital is worth $80 billion. 80 billion. Yep. Same thing with the Cronkies, who I always talk about. They're not worth that much, but they're involved. The Glazer family is involved. Fenway Sports Group is involved. So I wrote, the look on the faces of Simon Jordan and Jim White says it all. They knew they set a trap and they were lapping it up. So there's a caller called in to complain about the ownership at Chelsea Football Club, which is a consortium of private equity firms from America. And he was complaining about them. And although I never Talksport exposed itself here. They're clearly aligned with the Chelsea ownership consortium and have an agenda against Roman Abramovich. So Roman Abramovich was the previous owner of Chelsea, but he was forced to sell them because of he's connected with like Russian oil money. So because he's Russian, they made him sell the club. They threatened to like relegate Chelsea and all this, so they made him sell the club to the UK government, and then the UK government gave it to Clear Lake Capital and Blueco, the owners of the Dodgers, and just a private equity firm. They now own teams in France as well. They try to buy a team in Portugal, but the Portuguese team didn't own the sale didn't go through because they blocked it. The fans blocked it. So I wrote that comment, and I wrote they have an agenda against Roman Abramovich. Disgraceful. All right. So you can see that. You can see it there. Now, check this out. Now, when you go to the same video, I'm on the same video right now. This one, let's see what we can do here. I wish I could pull it up on the screen, but it's just I gotta use StreamYard. I don't know how to do that. I don't know if you can see this. Yeah. So can you see the comment list here? Yeah, I think you can. So where's oh yeah, you can't see it. Where's my comment? I scroll down. You can't my comment is just erased. It's not removed because I can still see it if I go on my account, but on my tablet, I'm logged into I'm not logged in at all. So this is just like a guest account that comes in. Why can't everyone else's comment is there? Why is mine disappeared? Why has mine disappeared? Yep, it's not there. Can't see it. Not visible to anyone but me. Why? I didn't swear. I didn't insult anyone. I didn't say anything disrespectful. All I wrote was, I'm going to read it word for word. The look on the faces of Simon Jordan and Jim White says it all. They knew a trap was set and they were lapping it up. Although Stevie, who was the Chelsea fan that called in, was fumbling, Talksport exposed itself. They're clearly aligned with the Chelsea ownership consortium and have an agenda against Roman Abramovich. Disgraceful. That's it. That's it. I didn't swear. I didn't insult anyone personally. What are we doing? Why is that comment being removed from the video? Why? There's nothing inappropriate when I said. All I did was tell the truth. Comment banned. They know who I am. I'm telling you, this is not. I'm not just bullshitting. These, especially the Cronkies. The Cronkies are onto me. They're monitoring my activity. James Dolan and MSG have been doing it for a while now, and now Clear Lake is. Why is that comment being revealed or being removed? Excuse me. That reveals that the Chelsea social media team is combing through all these videos and removing comments, and because I believe Bowley and Agbali Bowley owns Blueco with Walters, and Clear Lake is owned by Feliciano and Iqbali. Their their social media teams are combing through all these videos and all the online content and scrubbing things from the internet. Why is that comment being removed? I said nothing. All I said was facts. Go watch the video and go look at the face. Jim White is smirking and licking his lips, literally licking his lips, while the caller is calling in to complain about Chelsea ownership. He's literally licking his lips and smirking. And Simon Jordan is throwing out all these fancy words, all these buzzwords. That's fucking crazy. And I'm nobody. I've said before, I'm nobody. No, I get like average like 3 views a video. I got like 40 followers across all the platforms. It's like 400 followers. Why the fuck is my shit getting shadow banned? Why can I see it? There's and when I go on a guest account or when I ask other people to go see if they can find my comment, you can't find it. Why is that being removed? On what grounds is that being removed on? Because I'm calling out the ownership? I'm calling out the private equity firm? What are we doing here? That's the state of the sports ownership that we have now. That's why athletic competition right now is in the bin. Professional sports is no longer about competing and seeing who's the best. It's entertainment. It's an entertainment industry now, and people are getting hushed. Me, I'm nobody. I'm literally a nobody. I'm a loser from the Bronx, and they're monitoring my activity and removing my comments. I can understand if I said something that was offensive, or if I called out anyone by name, or if I was personally attacking someone. Then yeah, but I would never do that. I don't. All I did was state my opinion about the video I saw and state factual information about what's going on with the Chelsea ownership. It's the same thing. The Kroenkes did the same thing to me. That's why I got suspended from Twitter before Elon took over. Now I have a little more leeway to tell the truth. And MSG is all over me. They're all over me. They're not going to like that. I guarantee you they watch this. I guarantee you they watch it. I guarantee you someone, I'm not saying James Dolan himself is going to watch it. No, of course not. But someone in the social media team will watch this video. I'm looking at you. Yeah, so whatever minion is watching this video, sort this out, because I've been a Ranger fan all my life. Fix up or sell the team. And they'll never sell. I know I got to be realistic at some point. Don't think they're ever going to sell. So fix up, because I'm going to be relentless. I'm surgical with this. I don't forget. People don't forget. I'm going to keep coming for you every week. Every week. And players like Adam Fox, get better, man. You have the potential to be better. Get your head out of your ass and perform. That was embarrassing what you just you laid an egg. 4 straight games. USA, can we stop losing to Canada when it matters? I don't give a shit. And all the people that are fake hockey fans now, they can go fuck themselves too. Oh, I'm into hockey now. Yeah, you just like seeing people fight each other. You'll, by next weekend, not by next Saturday, they'll forget about everything. It'll be on to something else. They won't care. They're not in it. They're not in it for the love like I am. And millions of other people are too. They're done. They'll forget about it until the Olympics. They won't watch a single hockey game until the Olympics next year. And then they'll say, "Oh, I'm getting into hockey now." No, you're not. Don't lie. Just don't lie. Tell the truth. All right, we're gonna wind down there. There's no real time tonight. It's off, so we can end the shorter episode here. So yeah. It's just I'm upset. I can't stand losing to Canada now, and I can't stand that I'm getting restricted by these multi-billion-dollar corporations are restricting my content. For what? Why? I know why. Because, yeah, it's exposure. They don't want to. They don't want to get clipped up in 4K. Even though my camera is dog shit. My setup is terrible. I know people. I'm going grassroots. I don't give a shit though. I'm here. I'm like that. I'm like these guys. Yeah. Let's show them. Yeah, let's show them. The lone gunman on the Christmas ball. Yeah, signed by the. Yeah, let's have it right. I'm the lone gunman. I'm fucking that up. I'm the lone gunman. You will get exposed. Oh, just wait till you hear what I have to say about MSG Corporation. It'll come. Just like Serrano said in Major League 2. No, was it one Major League? Original Major League. One of my favorite movies of all time. Joe Boo, I offer him cigar and rum. He will come. The truth will come. So on that note, later people, We're back next week. Adios.